Folks, it is time now for our game of the week, and we can't wait. Tremendous anticipation all across the college football landscape for this matchup. This is not just any other matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10, colliding early in the season, each trying to set the tone with a big statement. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the second-ranked team, the Troy Trojans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And the return starts just inside the end zone. He gave it a shot, but should have just left the ball in the end zone. They spotted it at the 19. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And they'll tackle at about the 23-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff and tests the left side. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line. Longhorns will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. They'll give it to the back. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That is a great job by this defense. The defensive line really taking control up front. I love how those linebackers flowed on that play. Nice tackle for a loss. It sets up a 4th down.
He's going to try to return the punt. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff from the shotgun. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. They'll change the pre-snap look now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Airing this one out toward the sideline. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my gosh, Chris, a missed opportunity to your best receiver with that speed. I'll tell you this, I'm shocked that he actually overthrew him. With anything, I'd expect him to underthrow a fleet-footed receiver like this, but he must have anticipated that his receiver could go get it, just misses him.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
I like the idea of mixing it up from time to time because he can't be too predictable. But the execution was a little bit off on this one. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the football there on 3rd down. I know the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. And the punt team now on to kick it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Here's a carry for the fullback. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a 1st down.
Chris, I always get a kick out of how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You can hear the bench screaming, the crowd is screaming, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass downfield. Rarely do you hear them say, watch the fullback. And there he just slips through for a 1st down.
They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Let's face it, we all want a team full of guys that can just make big plays and 1st downs and touchdowns. But you know what? You got to have a big man. You can just turn it to him and hand him the ball, and he can be dependable in picking up 1st downs.
They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. It's nice execution to pick up the 1st down. A little curl rod, Kirk, against the zone.
Yeah, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the defense where he wanted them, created an opening in that defense, and then he made a great throw for that 1st down.
And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. Fighting off the defender.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. It's an out route, the catch made. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Second down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And the receiver snags it. It's complete. They finally get him down, but a solid gain in that screen pass. Good call there.
How about this, Chris? When was the last time we can talk about this happening? A throw to a fullback to pick up the 1st down. The defense completely forgot about it.
The Longhorns lining up here on 1st and 10. Hands off to the fullback. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
Chris, you don't see it often, but how much do I love seeing that fullback get a touchdown. He blocks all the time. They rarely give him a chance to get his hands on the ball, and when he does, he's rewarded with 6 points.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
7, Troy, 0.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And the Trojans offense back on the field. Last drive stalled, but they're forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Single back takes the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Grab behind the line. It's Terry. The defense able to bring him down to wrap up the first period of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Texas 7, Troy 0.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Oh, my gosh. They go for the big play and a drop. Boy, that hurts, and it hurts their momentum and a chance at a big play.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
The offense will go for here on 4th down and 3. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Motion by the back. The defense better adjust. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
1st down and 10 now. Off the RPO, caught to the right. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Not able to connect. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. He's got room looking for the end zone. And he's brought down at the 1-yard line. What a play on the completion.
Now that's what I call coming through for your team in a pressure situation. Great read, got the ball where it needed to go, and now you're set up to get 6.
The offense knocking on the door here with a 1st and goal. They go with a direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Troy.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Here's the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's a quarterback keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. They'll go hurry up here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. The Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play.
And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Look out, he's got some space. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
The Troy offense back on the field now. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, moving right down the field for a touchdown. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense, almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? A pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. Tackle made after the completion. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. And it's intercepted.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain in that play.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that.
Here's a shot toward the right sideline. The ball is picked off. And he's got some open field ahead. Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Longhorns will kick this away to get the second half going. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team.
And your Trojans will take over first and 10.
Here comes the Troy offense back out there. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And they get the second half started with the running play. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Well, the defense better start adjusting and realizing the RPO is coming at them. Feels like they're just sitting back, worried about the potential big play through the air. Meanwhile, this offense is running the ball right down their throat.
And at first down, they go right back to him. They got him down out near the 40.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Running back grabs it on a screen. Breaking free at midfield. They finally get him, but it's across midfield. Big gain to the 33.
Well, that's exactly why you dial up a screen. The defense is overcommitting to the pass rush and trying to apply pressure on the quarterback. Great execution, plenty of space available, and man, he had a convoy downfield to help him pick up big yards.
A new set of downs after that completion. Handoff here from the shotgun. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Troy.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Oh, it's snapped to the back. Breaking ankles with the spin move. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The offense sets up with a 1st and goal. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Touchdown, Trojans. They go in front here in the second half.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense defense finding the hole and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the defense was locked in on that play. They were not surprised at all that the fullback got the ball. He had nowhere to go. They stuffed that play from the beginning.
He went backwards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 24. Looking right, this one caught. Goes out after a nice gain, a sign of life here by the offense.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Using his legs on the scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, in which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
The Longhorns have 1st and 10 here. They give it to the big fullback here. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Watching this guy run makes me think of a famous old coach once said, any player on my team, I want him to be agile, mobile, and definitely hostile.
He hands it off from the gun. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
He's tackled at the 12-yard line. Second down.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Makes a quick catch. Brought down for a loss after a completion. Not what they were looking for.
On a wide receiver screen with a corner that tight, you've got to do a good job of blocking him or screening him. Nobody there, and a quick reaction by the corner allows him to make a nice play.
So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. Catch made. Looking for the goal line. He's tackled just short of that 1st down marker. Good job by the defense.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
Knocks that one right down the middle.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away.
Number 15 set to kick this one away.
And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Trojans offense back on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. They'll run it to the left. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that 1st down.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Receiver in motion now. And they'll go right back to him on 1st down. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Troy 13, Texas 10.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. Brought down quickly, but not before a big gain. Moving to the 35.
Well, I think the offense lulled the defense to sleep here. You think that they're just working the clock here and running the football, and then they throw and surprise you and get some positive yards downfield just to keep this defense honest.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Grab behind the line. It's Terry. Finding space at the 20. Tackle made after a big gain.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Got a lane. Can he get in? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Troy.
And sometimes you know the quarterback's going to run the ball. You put your defense in position, and he still gets yards. In fact, he makes them pay for it, gets all the way to the end zone.
And now here comes the point after attempt. Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Now they get set to kick it away.
Texas, 10.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Texas offense comes back out on the field. This is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here. First down, looking to throw the ball. Trying to create here on the move. The QB throws his third pick of the day. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
They can put the game away right here. It's first and goal. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Direct snap to the back. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. So the offense flexing and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. The Longhorns offense takes the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right, but that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Looks to his left and makes the completion. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. The Longhorns will crank up the tempo.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
And he's got his man open downfield. Big play across midfield. They'll spot it near the 36. Longhorns will line up on 1st and 10.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers in the country. They knew he was going to be able to be a big factor in this game, and they have kept him quiet all game long until right now. In the fourth quarter, he comes up with his first catch.
The short completion of the tight end. They stop him at the 22. This offense in great scoring position now. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10?
And there's the tight end. I've been waiting to see him make a play, and this defense has done such a good job of eliminating him from being a factor in the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead. He finally makes an appearance for his first catch.
2nd down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw again. Receiver makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
And the quarterback dropping back. Caught near the goal line. And he scores. Touchdown, Texas.
Man, I love this. Chris, I don't think they're going to have a chance to come all the way back, but here we are, under 2 minutes to go, and they continue to show some fight. And then, you know what, who knows, maybe you cover an onside kick and you get right back in it.
And the point after is right down the middle. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football. The Troy offense back on the field now. So this game is not over yet. The score just got a little bit tighter. How will they play and how aggressive in the play call? Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Now it's 2nd down here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, Troy. This offense cannot be stopped.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense has the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Catch made on the left side. And that will pick up a 1st down. They'll spot it at the 38. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Quarterback looking to scramble. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. The Longhorns hustle to the line to run the hurry up. The DB's backing off from the line now. Play action here on first down. And that's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Comes up with the catch. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
The Longhorns will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down.
Well, that'll do it, Chris. This defense has played well the entire game. It's very fitting here on this 4th down play in the 4th quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. They step up again. Give them the game ball.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to tack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Fights through a tackle. And they wrap him up and bring him down in what is the final play of the game. So that's now back-to-back wins, Kirk, over quality opponents. This team really building some momentum.
I agree. I think there's a lot to build on with this team and what they've been able to do these last few games. We'll just have to see how far this streak can extend and how much this team can keep improving.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.